ॐ ज्ञानस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयामुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेष्वभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवत्युत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। Hare Krishna. So I welcome all of you for today's Srimad Bhagavatam class. So first of all, so we'll be discussing today 50, sloka number 50 of the 5th chapter of first canto, 15, 1-5 and 16. We try to finish these two slokas. So in the last class, we discussed, so 14th, so and also 13. ततोऽन्यथा किंचन यद्विविक्षतः ततोऽन्यथा किंचन यद्विविक्षितः पृथक् त्रिशस्तत्कृत रूपनामभिः न कुत्रचित् क्वापि न दुस्थिता मतिर्लभेता वाताहत नौरिवास्पदम्। इसमें नारद मुनि कह रहे हैं, तो व्यासदेव, so you have to if you don't define, that means if you define so about the object which is other than the Lord, and if you define that object's form and also names by using the words, and anyone hear those words, then what will happen? Their mati, that means dustita, their mind will not be settled at one place. For example, someone describes the karma, which is different from the Lord. And if anyone hear about that, or otherwise something which is another thing, any material object, so some social politics, if someone is hearing that, so then what will happen? That is different from the bhakti and Lord. And then what will happen if anyone hear that material subject matter because of those words? So his mind will be always what? Vata. So it is said that Vata hata nauriva. So kutrachit kwapi na. That means aspadam na labhate, mane sthir nahi ho jati. That means it will not be fixed. Then it will be fully, his mind will be going here and there, like the boat which doesn't have, that means which is now carried by the wind. Then whenever the wind, wherever the wind blows, similar direction, it will also go away. Sometimes this side, sometimes that side, sometimes this side. And mind also will be like that by hearing those words. So he will not be fixed actually. His mind will not be fixed. Because when you hear about this example karma, okay, I will do this, then I will do that, then after that I will get this, then after that, that I will save like that, and I utilize, then I will make like this. So it's going on. So in karma, gnana, and all other process, vyavasayatmika buddhi nahi ho. It will not be possible. So it means single pointedness will not be there. So, but in the bhakti, vyavasayatmika buddhi is possible. By hearing the bhakti, one's intelligence will be fixed actually. So that's why what that means, if you don't define in the previous sloka, actually, that means previous to the 14, that is in the 13th sloka, he said that you go into the meditation, bhakti samadhi, and experience the pastimes of the Lord and describe those. So like that he said. And if you don't do this, and if you describe other object than the Krishna, then what will happen? There will be a problem. That means their mind will not be fixed. Like that he said in the 13, for 13 and 14. Then after hearing this much, so Vasudev is submitting his point actually now. What he is saying. So he is submitting what he is saying. He's saying that, see, my dear Narada, whatever I described in the Mahabharata, that means Gramya Katha I described. So why I describe? My intention is Bhagavad Yashayeva Grahayitum. So I want people to grasp the glories of the Lord only. For that sake only I compiled Mahabharata. And but in the society, people are not, everyone is not intelligent, are lusty people in the society. They don't like bhakti. So I have to take care of them also. And I have to engage them in scriptures. So that's why initially I described Gramya Sukham, that means material pleasure. That's doing dharma and getting the artha. And after that, so one can enjoy the material objects. So kama. Because people are in lust. And if you don't, so define how to enjoy material pleasure. For that, how to earn money and how to do that dharma. If you don't do this, if you don't prescribe this for them, they are lusty by nature, then they will be. So if you don't describe this thing in the scripture, then they will never believe in the scriptures. Then what will happen? Then they will be not following the scriptures, then they will never come to the scriptures and they will never understand the absolute truth. My intention is what? So making them to grasp or take, making them to take the glories of the Lord only. So which are there in the scriptures. So, but to bring them to the scriptures, I need to define initially material pleasure. because they don't like bhakti now. But at least you should bring them to the following the scriptures. So this is only my intention. So, but my purport is not material pleasure. My purport of the Mahabharata is not the material pleasure. So, but Narada is saying what Narada said in 13 and 14, you should describe the glories of the Lord. Other things, if you describe, so then people will not be so fixed and they will be restless. Their mind will be restless. And for that, he is replying like this, Vyasdev. I define Gramya Sukham, material pleasure. But there is a purpose is there, because in the society, people are lusty people actually. They don't like bhakti. So then how to make them to bring them to the scriptures? Then only they will understand. If they don't come to the scriptures, they will never understand the glories of the Lord. And what? So my dear Narada, there is a proof is there. What is that proof? He is giving the others proof also. That means whatever you said, you want to make it more strong, you'll be taking the support of some others. We do like this. So he is giving the proof for that. What he is giving? Vidura's sentences he is taking as pramana. Munir Vivukshur Bhagavad Gunanam Sakha Pite Bharata Maha Krishna Yasmin Nurunam Gramya Sukanu Vadai Matir Gruhita Nuhare Kataya. In Vidura and Maitreya conversation in the third canto, you see this. Vidura is saying to Maitreya, our Muni, our Vedavyas, he is having the desire to describe the glories of the Hari. And for that, what he did, he made the Mahabharata. And in that Mahabharata, he described the Gramya Sukha. That means, so worldly things, worldly pleasure. He described worldly pleasure to make the people grasp the other to take glories of Hari. And so that through that stories, ultimately through those material pleasure, that means the stories related to the material pleasure. So through those stories, he made people to get the Harer Katayam Gruhita. He brought the people's mind into the past tense of the Hari. So like that, Vidura said to Maitreya, then this is a pramana. This is the pramana. Vidura is also pramana. So like this, Vyasdev is supporting his compiling of Mahabharata, where he described other than Krishna. That's the Dharma, Artha, Kama. Then Narada Muni is saying, after hearing this, Acha, like that. ठीक है, अभी बोलते हैं. Then Narada Muni is saying like this. What is saying? This sloka comes like this. This is the prasanga for this sloka. Jugupsitam. Jugupsitam dharma krutenu shasataha swabhava raktasya mahan vetikramaha yadvakyato dharma ititara stito namanyate tasya nivaranam janaha. Translation? Anyone? CG Prabhu, yes.
The people in general are naturally inclined to enjoy, and you have encouraged them in that way in the name of religion. This is verily condemned and is quite unreasonable, because they are guided under your instructions They will accept such activities in the name of religion and will hardly care for prohibitions.
So Narada Muni is saying like this. When Vyasdev gave that argument, Jugupsitam, సిగ్గు లేకపోతే సరి ఐసా జుగుప్సితం word in Telugu, that is like that. Very shameful actually. Jugupsitam. Shameful to you. It's like a very hard word actually, very powerful word. Jugupsitam. Then what is the reason? Why he said Jugupsitam? What is the English translation? Jugupsitam in our book. Jugupsitam. Verily condemned. So, verily condemned. This is the point actually. What is condemned? So, describing the other than Krishna. That means objects, the form and names of the objects other than Krishna. Jugupsitam. Let us continue our thing. Upakare pravartat. Okay. So, like that, Vasudev give argument. Then after that, what Vasudev, Narada Muni is saying, okay, Baba, you have good intentions. That's why you gave the, so describing the material pleasure. That means how to get the material pleasure by doing the karma, varnashrama dharma. And good. So that you made the people or brought the people into believing of the Shastras. Otherwise, they don't follow. So Shastra, they will be doing the kukarma and enjoying by that results. Then they will go to the hell. And they will become more and more deeply dived into the ignorance. That is the point, actually, Vasudev's point. Okay, very good. Satyam, okay. Narada Muni is saying, yes, you are right. Upakare pravritta tvattah eva lokanam apakarah eva abhut. What happened? You have very good intention. You want to do good for the society. And for that, you pravrittat. So you proceeded for that. And but by you, lokanam apakarah eva abhut. But for the people, but apakara happened. Apakara means so bad. Not good happened actually for them. You want to do good, but happened for them bad. Acha? Like this. Now Vasudev realized, I want to do good, but bad happened for them. So that's why Jugupsitam. Narada Muni is saying Jugupsitam. Bad happened, my dear. Because you did injustice for them. Jugupsitam means, so Jugupsitam means shame. That means condemned. It is condemned or it is shameful. What is shameful? You did what? Injustice. Vatikramaha. Mahan Vatikramaha. You did injustice. What injustice he did? Vasudev did injustice for the people in the general. For the people. Let us see now the Anvaya of this sloka, how it goes. Jugupsitam. is a separate word. Jugupsitam. It is shameless. What is shameless? That we are going to explain.
Can you share the screen, please?
Acha. Screen. Thank you. So why? What he did? Shameless thing. What he did? Of course, he's giving nice argument, but he did the injustice actually. That's why it's shameless. Shameless thing. What is that? Doing of injustice. What is that injustice? Injustice means what? Vetikramaha. You should take from here. Vetikramaha. Mahan Vetikramaha. Unreasonable or injustice. Unreasonable thing he did or injustice. You can take. What Mahan also is there. Mahan is great. Great injustice he did. Great injustice happened. Anushasataha, in the sloka, what is the word is there? Jugupsitam after that. Dharmakrute, first bit begins. Dharmakrute jugupsitam anushasataha. Dharmakrute. Dharmakrute means even though he wants to do good by defining the dharma artha kama as approved by the Vidura. Vidura also identified, na? Vidura, what he is saying? Yes. Vyasdev defined the Gramya Katha in his book to make the people's mind to be attracted towards the past tense of the Lord. So as Vidura said in another place of this Bhāgavatam, so that is a proof. So that means Vyasdev want to do good. Dharma krute, that means, of course, even though he proceeded to do good. That means he did dharma, he defined dharma to do good. But what happened? Anushasataha. Anushasataha means kamya dharma anupadishataha. Anushasataha. Anushasataha means prescribing kamya dharma, material dharma, prescribing material dharma. By this, what happened? That means from you, they are hearing material dharma, or the prescription of the material dharma. From you directly, they are getting prescription of the material dharma. But people, swabhava raktasya, what people are? स्वभाव रक्तस्य विशेष उत्पत्त्येव रागिणः. स्वभाव रक्तस्य, next word is स्वभाव रक्तस्य. That means by nature people are having attachment, deep attachment for material pleasure. They're having the material pleasure, attachment for the material pleasure already by nature. That means from the birth, no need to do any prescription. But what you did for such a people, you prescribed material dharma directly. They got prescription of material dharma directly from you. Then what? So this is great injustice. That's why it is jugupsitam. They are already lusty and you are prescribing the lusty things for them. And this is a great injustice for them. Unreasonable for them. Why? Why? Kutaha? Why? Why it is injustice? Next he is saying in that. Yad vakyatah dharmah iti. Why it is injustice? Yad vakyatah. By kutah ityatah aha. Yad vakyatah, mane vedavyasa vakyatah dharmah iti. He is the compiler of all the Vedas and he is saying to follow the material dharma. Such a great personality is telling, is prescribing material dharma, and we should do this. That means they will be accepting this prescription of the material thing, gratifying the senses. How to gratifying the senses? The procedures, how to gratify the senses. They are considering it as these procedures as the dharma and as the life and soul for them. And that too, you are the person. And Vyasadeva is saying, Yad Vakyataha means it is a sentence of the Vyasadeva. We are hearing this from the Vyasadeva. And like that, they are following those methods, whatever given by the Vyasadeva, to gratify their senses. As the dharma means, that is my duty. Iti itaraha. So who is taking? The itaraha means, itaraha in the sloka, itaraha is there. Itaraha means unintelligent people, materialistic people. That means all the materialistic people, now they are thinking that Vasudev said to us to follow material dharma, to follow these methods, to gratify the senses as the dharma, as they said. And they will be, so with that strength of his sentence, Devan Pitrun Samavakye Kriyama Devan Pitrun Samabhyarchas Khadan Mamsam Dosha Bhag Nadosha Bhag iti. They will be worshipping the demigods, because you can see in the Mahabharata, worshipping of demigods, worshipping of the Pitru Devatas, and after that eat the meat, and there will be no sin in this. and they will be fully fixed in this kind of duties. Eva stitaha. In this kind of duties, they are fixed actually now. Now they are not going to do any other thing. Because Vasudev said. Because Vasudev said. And this is great injustice. Actually, people who are already lusty, we are just prescribing lusty things for them. Then what is there? As in the name of Dharma. Tasya dharmasya nirvaranam. That means that kind of dharma. That means following the material dharma. That's varnashram dharma. Varnashram dharma without bhakti is completely bogus. Prescribing the. So because that is not going to lead anywhere actually. He will be in this material world only. So that's why that kind of prescription of the material duties. Nivaranam. Nivaranam is what? Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam raja ityadi vakyena kriyamanam namanyante. Since Vasudev said, following my duty, so I should worship demigods and I should worship my four ancestors, forefathers, and I should eat meat, and there is no sin. So on the strength of the sentences of the Vasudev, they are fixed in this, and they are not going to take the remedial of this dharma. What is that? Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam raja. That means you should leave all these dharmas, material dharmas, and accept me. So this kind of shelter, which is said by this kind of sentences, they are not going to take now. Because Vasudev said. Vasudev only said to follow to worship devatas. Vasudev said. Now also you see in the 90% of society, what they say. In this Purana it is written. In this Bhāgavata, in this place it is written, not Bhāgavatam. So in this Mahabharata it is written. That's Vasudev said. I will follow this. I will worship devatas. I will worship demigods. I will worship Pitru devatas. I will eat meat. I will do this. This devata puja, that devata puja. That's why. सोचे और एक और हुआ और एक. वाजे और एक सोच के कुछ सोच के गए और हुआ कुछ. He want to do help actually. He want to give his help. Because if he doesn't define these things in these scriptures, then nobody will come to the scriptures and everyone will be, because they don't have interest in bhakti. That is his point is that. But because of that, this injustice happened. Then what? And they are not following now. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam raja. And what they are thinking about this? Then how? How they take this? They think that, Arey, this sarva dharman parityajya is not meant for us. Whoever is not engaged in pravritti marga, and for them only, whoever is not engaged in the pravritti marga, for them this is, not for us. Sarva dharman parityajya for whom? So pravritta marga anadhikruta. Pravritta marga anadhikruta. Anadhikruta means pravritta marga. That means whoever is not able to come into the pravritta marga. Pravritta marga means what? Doing dharma, from that earning the artha, and by that enjoying the sense objects. This is a pravritta marga. Whoever is not able to do this, so for them, this sarva dharman parityajya, mane hijadon ke liye. जिसमें दम नहीं है, जो व्यक्ति गृहस्थ जीवन में जा नहीं सकते हैं, जिसके the person who doesn't have the power to enter into the grihastha ashram, and those people just Baba banke, just become Baba, and just they lead their life by begging. For them, that is. And not for us. You might have heard these kind of things many times. And our sadhu goes, they see for livelihood, because for them livelihood is all the main thing. So the sadhus made the livelihood by begging, by wearing this cloth. And this is also one of the way to lead the life, and so that maintain the body. So whoever is not able to fit in this society and not able to do work hard and not able to earn money, and so such a people will take this kind of sentences, and for them that is. And like that, they started thinking about the Sarva Dharman Parityaja. And for us, we should worship the Devatas and get the Yanti Deva, so Parasparam Bhavayantaha. That means we do a big sacrifice. We please the Devatas and they will give the results for us in the form of rains and so on so. And we'll produce the enough grains and we'll distribute. And we'll make the whole society happy. And we will maintain the society. And whoever is not able to do this, they will for them as something he gave. Okay. Like that they started taking Sarva Dharman Pariti. Because this is the thing we should follow. Worship Devatas, Pitru Devata, Yanti Deva. And like that they started thinking now. Is it true or not? Whatever Vishwanath Chakravarti is saying, explaining. Is it true? It's 100% true actually. It is happened actually. You can see in the present society, 95% people are like this. Even 99 you can say. Whereas their intention is to bring them, but through the Gramya Katha, he wants to give the ultimately bhakti, but nobody able to take it. He's hidden, that means agenda, nobody able to understand. Mahan Vetikramaha. Great injustice happened to the whole society by the Vyasdev's Mahabharata. So now, even they told to us also actually, brahmacharis who we, even in my village, in my relatives, to my father, they used to say this. बैठ के खाना चाहते हैं अभी? Just you want to sit and eat. That's why he became this. Luckily, actually, we had job and left. Something is reduced. Otherwise, he is not able to get job and that's why he became Baba. They could. And some people, they say he doesn't have, that means, so power actually, that means potential, that male power. And that's why he cannot go for the marriage and that's why he became Baba. Many people said in the village also. It's natural actually. Yes, Sriji Prabhu, it's true or not?
That is their misunderstanding, Prabhu. Yeah, people will comment.
Yeah. Prabhu, this is not only they said. Now we are giving the reference, one more reference. We are going to give one more reference, Bhatta. So our Bhatta, that means Mimamsaka follower. So it will come in the Sankaracharya's time, this Bhatta. So what he said? Tatrevam shakyate vaktum ye anye pangavadayaha. Tatrevam shakyate vaktum ye anye pangavadayo nara. Gruhastatvam na shakyante kartum teshamayam vidhi. Naishtikim brahmacharyam va parivrajaka tathatava. Tairavashyam gruhitavya tenadau yetaduchyate. Bhatta is saying, he is a follower of the karma. a staunch follower of the karma. Their philosophy is what? Karma mimamsa. Do karma and get the, so go to the Swarga and enjoy, and come back and do karma and enjoy. This is the life. So do big activities and earn money, and so ash life, lead the life. This is the life. क्या actually बाबा बन के किसी काम का नहीं. क्या 10 लोगों को खाना दे सकते आप? नहीं है ना. कौन सा जीवन आपका? ऐसा बोलते हैं लोग. तो Bhatta, what he is saying, Bhatta is also saying very powerfully, is saying about the, so nivritti paras, that means who entered into the nivritti marga. What is saying? Tatra evam shakyate vaktum. We can say like this. ये अन्य पंगवादया. Pangu माने पता है? Pangu. Pangu means who is a lame man, who is not having potential. दम नहीं है किसके पास. Like that also. Pangavada means one is lame man, whose parts, legs or something is disabled. A disabled person actually. Disabled person. Pangavadaya means, Adaya means disabled persons are impotent person, impotent. This kind of people, grahastatvam nashikyante kartum. They are not able to follow the grahastha dharma. Tesham ayam vidihi. So those people will take the Naishtika Brahmacharya and Vanaprastha and Sannyasi. That means Naishtika Brahmacharya and Sannyasi. They take. Who is saying? Is also, that's Bhattacharya actually. So now that means reference here Vishwanath Chakravarti is giving actually. Reference is giving. So that's why many people, 99% people are now fully. So most of the Andhra Pradesh, you can say Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Mahabharata is the most prevalent scripture actually. Most, that means most of the people so quote the Mahabharata and stories of the Mahabharata, and they substantiate their thing. And they say that karma karo, work is worship. और तब उससे धन मिलेगा, तब 10 लोगों को खिला सकते हैं, सब लोग खुश रहेंगे, तब सोसाइटी चलेगा. नहीं तो क्या है एक्चुअली, आपकी जैसे सब लोग बनेंगे तो क्या होगा. यस अर्चना माता जी. What you? Nityamukan bro, yes, you want to share something?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, am I audible?
Yes.
Prabhuji, after hearing so much chastisement from Narad Muni, why Vyasdev continued having Mahabharata in the picture? Why he didn't abolish Mahabharata, finish Mahabharata, and just write only Bhagavatam?
Why? Can you speak loudly little?
Prabhuji, I am saying after Narad, why didn't Vyasdev ji only kept Bhagavatam into picture and remove Mahabharata from scene only?
Where actually? I didn't get actually your point.
Prabhuji, he's saying why Vyasdev didn't just remove Mahabharata from the picture. After hearing all this from Narad Muni, why he still kept Mahabharata? He should have just abolished it, removed it.
Acha, so that's why you have to see Mahabharata in the light of Bhagavatam. We should not say that Mahabharata is completely useless. Because what Vasudev said, that is also very important point. What do you think? So to bring the people to bring the faith, their faith into the scriptures. If you don't do, then they do the vikarma and society will be demolished. And You cannot expect that everyone will be accepting the bhakti. So that is also needed actually. And also people, not that in the first day itself, they will be now convinced with the bhakti and full surrendered, and they will be not having any dependence in other things. That means, and now they are fully surrendered to the bhakti and can practice bhakti. No, it is also not going to happen. So that's it. That is also needed actually. You cannot demolish that. But having only that, and if anyone study only Mahabharata, then you will be finished. And without studying the Bhagavatam. So that's why you should study Bhagavatam in the light of Mahabharata. That's why all the Shastras also says, Anvikshiki is the first subject matter. You should see the Dharma, that means Trayi, Varta, Dandaniti, in the light of Anvikshiki. Anvikshiki means the philosophy, that is Bhagavatam, Bhakti. In the light of Bhakti, you have to see the Mahabharata, duties. Mahabharata is very, very important actually. If it is not there, then whole society will be like dogs actually. Even they'll become like animals actually. There will be no prescribed duties and nobody will follow dharma. And also they are not eligible to practice they are also not eligible to practice the Suddha Bhakti. That means Suddha Bhakti, if they want to practice, they should be fully surrendering. And whoever is not in the fully surrendered and also that means having the material desires, then where they will go? There is a guidance. Then that's why we need Mahabharata. But that is not the simply ultimate goal. And they should not think that the scriptures, this Bhagavatam, this Nivritti Marga. Bhagavatam means it is asking, once if you come under the pure bhakti, then you should leave the karma. That means there's a Nivritti, out. Then if you come to that, so that is also needed actually. We should encourage. So that's why the same challenge is there now in also. If you simply take Suddha Bhakti, but people are not having even Krishna also is saying in the Bhagavad Gita, people are not having that means Krupa actually of the pure devotees. So that's why they are not able to behave now or come to the platform of pure devotion. And that's why you have to engage them, work in devotion, work in Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada writes everywhere. Of course, that's Nishkam Karma Yoga, but he wants to teach us, devotees, work in Krishna consciousness. One should do the duties. That's very important. And associate pure devotees and get this. And now if you emphasize only pure devotion, and also people are not in that position, then once again damage will happen. Sahajaya will happen. Artificial bhakti will come. And if you emphasize only dharma, also damage will happen. It's a balance actually. It is very balanced, it should be done. Okay. Rameshri Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Yeah, when you were saying about the people in general, how they take up this pravarti marg, yeah, that not only applies to brahmacharis or sannyasis. I feel the grahasthas also who are married and after some time of KC, they feel that they can now leave the job and surrender. Such people also get scoldings and this thing from the society.
Yes.
Yesterday also. And I also came across one person who was justifying eating non-veg. They used to say that if we are not supposed to eat non-veg, then why it is given in the scriptures? That question came. So,
yeah, actually, now I'm reading the letters in 1920s in the Harmonist. Oh, so many things are said actually. There, one author is one writer of that letter. He is saying, in India, people have the reference for every activity from the scriptures. They will bring out from somewhere and they will justify their thing. It's Vasudev said. Yad vakyataha dharma iti itaraha. But they don't know what is the conclusion actually. Because the preaching of the Bhagavatam is not there. Extensively, it is not there. That's damage actually. And that's a society, you can see all the Vedic culture, whatever is there, it is somewhere or other, it is having the connection with the either some Purana actually. It will be connecting. But they don't know what is the conclusion of all these instructions.
Yeah.
That's a Bhāgavatam. So it's the cream of the everything.
And
Yeah.
could you also explain a little bit on how this Varnashrama Dharma should be leading us to the bhakti? Like what element, like you explained a little bit. So can you explain more on that? Like, so because
Yeah, we are
always
explaining.
in our society also there is a conflict, no? There are many devotees in our ISKCON society who are still thinking that when we say Varnashrama Dharma, it only means this kind of karma kanda, karma mimamsa type. So they still think like that. So how do we understand this is actually in Bhagavad Gita? Prabhupada says this is the stepping stone. So how do we actually understand this stepping stone? Like
if you don't use the stepping stone, then where you will? If you jump,
okay, we'll fall down.
That is going to happen and is happening. Okay, stepping stone. Okay, we are saying it is a stepping stone. What is the problem to take this stepping? You want to jump directly?
Yeah, they give this example. No? It is like an elevator. You just don't have to climb the steps. You just take a elevator, lift, and then go directly.
कौन सा elevator लेंगे? So to take elevator, then one should be immediately leave everything. All the dharmas you should leave. That is the beginning of the. If you want to put your leg into the elevator, there is a qualification is required. You cannot simply say that I am in the elevator and doing the nonsense. Just namesake, you say lip service, that is. I am fully surrendered and I am in the elevator. What kind of elevator you are? So because one should know what is the meaning of climbing into the elevator. If that meaning is not there, simply saying I am in the elevator, this is not correct actually. We are not saying the Varnashram Dharma is the ultimate mean to achieve the Krishna Prema. Nobody is saying like that. And we are not de-emphasizing or the bhakti is not necessary. But the thing is, to do bhakti, you need to have the basic, what is pure devotion? So that itself is understand. That means is not clear. And what the Rupa Goswami definition, Anya Abhilashasun, that is not clear. Then the Shraddha also, they don't know what is Shraddha. थोड़ा सा जो भी है अभी सुनना शुरू किया तो वही श्रद्धा है, वही से सोच रहे. And he himself declaring that I am beyond the everything. Now I am fully surrendered to the Lord. I am doing everything nonsense. All kukarma. No, that is not work. That is that's a gap is there, you see. In understanding, there is clearly gap is there. Then he will be always that. Then if he don't understand things rightly, then he is just running on a treadmill actually. What will happen? He will be there only. He is always associating past and ignorance and all the time. And not doing also bhakti the way it should be done. If you are in the elevator, then you should do 24 hours direct devotion. And then why you are saying you are not doing and why you are saying I am in the pure devotion. And I don't need any other things. Yeah, Radha Krishna Chandrapur.
Additional, I think you almost answered Mataji raised that non-vegetarian thing. Like in Bhagavad Gita also, Krishna says in the the dog eater sort of thing. How to understand that when Krishna himself said in Bhagavad Gita means that type of people always, that type of people always there.
They can eat. Even others, that means dog eaters also there. That is their prescribed food. Swapacha, they can eat. So because they got that kind of karma and they are getting birth there in that kind of yoni. So meat eating is there. Amisham today we have said na. So offer that to the demigods and eat the meat. So is there in the scriptures, because people in the ignorance and they want to eat meat, then there should be a procedure to prescribe to regulate their meat eating. Don't open the butcher shops, and so you cut the animal on this day, on the Amavasya, on the midnight, 12 o'clock. So you offer this to the Kali. Kali Puja is there in the Puranas, in Tamasa Puranas. And cut that animal, and I promise that animal you give a promise to that animal. Next life, I will definitely become animal and I will be cut in your hands. And you are promising to that and then eating. So that can be done. If anyone is agreeing for that deal, so let them eat. So that the mass killing is over. Na?
So, Prabhuji, is
Unregulated
it not that these scriptures are making others also to become ignorant or tamogun is not encouraging them, though trying to bring someone instead of bringing few people into the main path, maybe it is misdirecting others to go into wrong direction. Actually, more people in Kali Yuga at least, Prabhu.
Yeah, that's why we should see. Is that same Vasudev gave the Bhāgavatam also. And why don't they accept that? Like you see, you have so many medicines in the medical shop. You will not take anything. All the tablets only. So give me the 10 kg, 1 kg tablets and I will eat. Everything anyway tablet. It's not like that, na. You will be seeing what is my disease and what is appropriate for me. And what is the best thing. It's not that anything is there in the market you will purchase. There are the 10 rupees. So same, that means mobile 500 rupees also is there and 15,000 also is there. And
yeah, Prabhu, that is what happening actually. People are not going for higher studies, so they're trying to settle down, do some diploma and going to job and doing that, trying to settle there and looks like.
Yeah. So according to that means now the conditioning, they are accepting that thing and they are following. At least they are doing that. Otherwise, they will become sinful actually, completely. If there is no Shastra, and they eat meat every day then. And they cut animals every day like anything and eat. Then that will become more sinful. So that's why intelligent person will reject that and I should look for the better. So that's why everything is given in the market. In the shop, everything is there. Puranas for the Tamasa, Rajasa, Satvika, and also Amala Puranam also is there. Everything is there. So we have to select actually. And selection will not be done by themselves. You have to preach and make them to select it. Bhakti should preach actually. Otherwise, so it will not come by the automatically. Yes.
So to bring to people to this level, Prabhu, to bring the people to this level, we have to educate them by Varnashram college, whatever means, this Mahabharata and Bhagavatam simultaneously. Then only they can take a decision. First of all, they are ignorant.
They should understand the purport of Mahabharata in the light of. So Bhagavatam is a light. And you should put that light while studying the Mahabharata. So then you can see what is the intention of the Vasudev to write Mahabharata. So that's why, yeah.
My point is we need to establish vigorously the education institutions.
Yes.
If you fail there, then thing will be there.
Yeah. That's very important actually. So now also big people, they only discuss Mahabharata, but they don't see the glory of the Bhagavatam. So anyway, definitely, yeah. So by doing that means Mahabharata is prescribing the dharma on the material platform. So which is helping anyone, so to reach the pure devotional service. Before that, what kind of the dharma he has to follow. so that he'll be fixed in the goodness, and he can progress in his devotion. Agitation of the rajas and tamas will not be there. It's very practical actually. Don't think that undermine the passion and ignorance, the effect of passion and ignorance. That means janasangascha lolyam cha shadbir bhaktir vinishyati. So janasanga means associating the worldly people and material things. Rajas and tamas is very dangerous for the growing bhakti. So Krishna also again and again is saying, so he is not easily allowing to leave the karma easily. So you have to nishkam karma, you have to enter into the jnana yoga also, fifth karma sannyasa. Better to do first. Nicely, when your heart is purified, then only you leave. Why you leave immediately? So now I got anasakti and I will leave. Don't take risk. So that's a Gruhasthas, 99%. Yeah. Sadhakas also in the Gruhastha ashram. That is also ashram. So very few people in the Kali Yuga also, in Kali Yuga, even very less actually, are recommended to take or accept the sannyas or the Naistik Brahmacharya. That's most. So that's the majority of the society is following their karma also. So that's why there is a need to train them in the proper karma, proper dharma. Otherwise, they will be in the anxiety actually. The whole society is, other people, demonic people are creating the anxiety in their life. Oh no, corona may come and now my job may be, so that means work from home, and then after that job I may lose. What will happen then? All the shops may, all the companies maybe is shut down. All the time the anxiety is there in their heart. How I can get my bread and butter? Is there or not? Is not there in the Grihastha's life? Is there so much anxiety there? So that so Govinda Mataji, you said Govinda, no Mataji, Archana Mataji said. Mataji, she is very nicely describing actually present problems. Govinda Dasi, Prabhupada disciple. She is actually very close to Prabhupada, and from the beginning she was there in 1960s, 66 with Prabhupada, and she is saying that means what Prabhupada wanted. And people are, that means heavy taxation and heavy, Prabhupada used to say. So all these problems, one day you'll be in the very trouble. And people are really in anxiety actually. They're all the time in the fear is there. Oh, my boss actually, so my EMIs are there. I don't have a house and where to stay. And children are growing, how to make them to study, where to get the education. I should pay the bills. Is this not there? Not there. It's there actually. They are not so peaceful actually. They are not so peaceful, or they are not so stable. That's why it is needed actually. There is a need actually. Need to stabilize the society. So we may say by mouth, anyway, material world, there is a problem, this will be there. But inside your heart, you ask, you are really inside also feeling like that, and you are really unbothered about those things. And so that your sadhana is as the way you are expected is going, and it's every day increasing. You are able to have the fully Krishna consciousness whole day. You have to ask yourself, not lip service. So that's why practically what is the thing we have to see. Whatever the said by the acharyas, we should follow. I recommend this Gaudiya Patrika actually. Gaudiya Patrika means newsletter. You can download from internet also. And also Harmonist also you can download. Many articles are there. And our acharyas, they wrote. Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote. Bhakti Siddhanta extensively he wrote actually. The Gaudiya. it is run by this Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur Goswami Maharaj. That means that is translated into some Gaudiya Math sannyasis into English language, because you are all matured and grown up, so you know. So and you can sometime you can refer those. The Gaudiya is a Patrika, actually is a newsletter, monthly newsletter run by Srila Bhakti Siddhanta, and the harmonist is also run by him. Many that means like that newsletters he run, and many people contributed there, and but he is the main chief responsible person for that. And Prabhupada actually you might be seeing so many things Prabhupada whatever he said in English, so all those words you can see there. Prabhupada also wrote actually in that. There is a connection. That means at that time how the society was there and how the people are thinking and how the movement was there. You should understand this. And what kind of background Prabhupada came actually. What is his background? And what kind of, before starting ISKCON, what is the, what is going in the Prabhupada's mind, and what kind of environment is there, and what his Guru Maharaj is saying, and at that time what was the discussions. If you see that newsletter, then you'll understand. And then you'll understand the direction, the steering, where they want to, which direction they want to drive this movement. You will easily understand. Next. I hope it is clear for all of you, this sloka. So that's why Narada Muni is saying finally, Vichakshanoshyarhati vedutum vibhor anantaparasya nivruttitah sukham pravartamanasya gunairanatmanas tato bhavan darshaya cheshtitam vibho. Translation? Can anyone read translation?
Supreme Lord is unlimited. Only a very expert personality, retired from the activities of material happiness, deserves to understand this knowledge of spiritual values. Therefore, those who are not so well situated due to material attachment should be shown the ways of transcendental realization by your goodness through descriptions of the transcendental activities of the Supreme Lord.
So then Narada Muni is saying, so injustice, loud, great injustice happened because of you, my dear Vyasa. You should do what? He's saying in this sloka, main thing is, he's saying, Varne, Vichakshanosya arhati veditum vibho ananta parasnivitsukam svartamanasugunena Bhavan darshaya. So cheshtitam vibhoho. You show whatever Lord perform the leelas, those leelas you should show. Darshaya, that means you describe. You showed this to the people. Okay, we'll go from the commentary. Kincha tadapitam dharmantaram vinidya Bhagavad Yeshayeva Varnaya. So now that's why Vasudev, what you have to do? You should condemn that dharma, whatever you prescribed in the Mahabharata. That is a Varnashrama dharma. You condemned it. Otherwise, people will struck there only. And do the two things, condemning of that, and also describe and glorify the Bhagavad Yesha. Like that you should do. That is there in the Bhagavatam, Amala Purana. Dharma projita kaitavotra paramo nirmatsaranam satam vedyam vastavamatra vastu. So by this, that means such a strong dose you got. That's why Vyasdev is saying in the beginning only in Mangalacharanam. Dharma projita kaitavotra paramo nirmatsaranam satam vedyam vastavamatra vastu sevadam tapatrayon molanam. He's saying, oh my dear audience, in this there is no Kaitava dharma, means Varnashrama dharma. Recommendation of Varnashrama dharma is not there. If we don't condemn that, then people think that, acha, Vyasdev said. So that's why you should bring the people Shraddha in Bhakti. That's the most important. They should understand. Balance according to the that's why all the preachers should have the complete understanding of the scriptures. That is very important. If it is lacking, then the disturbance in the society. The improper understanding of the bhakti or improper understanding of the dharma, varnashrama dharma will definitely damage the society. Anything if you skip out, damage will happen. You should understand the position of the both. So that's why now what Vyasdev has to do? Vyasdev has to condemn his dharma in this book. Such a book he should write now. And glorify the glories of the Hari. Itaraha prakrutaha viveka shunyah janaha stitah ityuktam. So what happened in the previous sloka we are seeing the prakruta. Itaraha means prakruta means viveka shunyah means unintelligent fellow is बैठ गया उसमें किसमें धर्म करने में following the dharma in varnashram dharma in that only is fixed actually. Now he has to be alarmed actually. Ityuktam vichakshana viveki janastu asya vibhoh sukam nivruttitah tad itara gramya sukha nivruttya veditum arhati. So then what will happen? So unintelligent people will be fixed into that in the dharma, but in the society you cannot say that only unintelligent people. Some intelligent people also there. Now intelligent people will get the immediate support from this. Oh, dharma is not superior and I should do bhakti, and immediately they will take up bhakti and they will leave karma. So now if you have Bhāgavatam and if you condemn in that the dharma and if you glorify only bhakti and you said practicing bhakti alone is enough, that means Suddha Bhakti. Suddha Bhakti means Suddha means only. Bhakti means only bhakti. No karma, no mixing of karma, no mixing of gnana. So if that you will say, then intelligent people will accept this. Otherwise, if you don't say this, intelligent people also will follow only dharma. They also think that, oh, I also should do this only, as they will say. So now exclusively he is going to define bhakti in the Bhagavatam. So there, because by following the dharma and getting the artha and enjoying the material senses, there's a cheap pleasure actually. And the pleasure in the Brahman and pleasure in the Lord is the highest. Pleasure from the Lord is the highest. Pleasure from the bhakti is the highest. Then intelligent people will come to this. So taditara gramya sukha nivritya veditum arhati. These intelligent people will then what will happen? They will see the difference between the Gramya Katha and the Bhagavad Katha, and they will reject the Gramya Katha and accept the Bhagavad Katha. Why they will accept the Bhagavad Katha? Why? Because Bhagavan is not like other demigods. Bhagavan is what? Ananta parasya. What is said in this sloka? Ananta paraha. Ananta paraha. Antaha paraha na yasya. Important word. Why they will accept the Bhagavad Katha? And why they will attracted to the Bhagavad Sukham? Vibhoho Sukham is said in this sloka. Bhagavad Sukham. Why? Lord is Ananta Paraha. Sloka number 17.
Prabhuji, what did you? Okay, you're explaining.
Ananta Paraha means A means na. Na Antaha. From where? By Kalataha. Na Paraha. Also, Cha Param. From Pramanataha. Yasya. Saha. What is the meaning? The one who doesn't have end by the time every object in this material world is having the ending. Like you have this pen. In the due course of the time, this is going to get it will be finished. Everything is finished in this material world by the time. But Lord is not like that. Lord will not be finished by the time. That means Ananta Paraha. Nantaha Kalataha means Yasya Saha. You should take one this. That means the one who doesn't have ending by the time. And also Param Pramanataha Yasya Saha. This is one more meaning. One more feature you should accept here. The one who cannot be measured, by the pramana. Pramana is for what? Is for the measuring. Can you measure with any pramana? Can you measure the Lord with any pramana? Like you measure, example, measuring means what? Like this is the object is there, pen is there, and this is the eye is the pramana. Eye is what? Pramakarana with pramana means it is measuring. It is measuring this object, pen. Measuring means what? It is identifying. It is concluding. This object is pen. Who is doing? This eye is doing. Eye is the pramana. Like that, Lord cannot be measured by anything. I mean, any pramana cannot so measure him. He is unlimited. Even the Veda also cannot describe completely him. Because he is unlimited, Ananta. He is having the infinite qualities. That means Param Pramanataha means he cannot be measured by any pramana. And such a Bhagavan actually. Bhagavan is like that. And pleasure from him is also Anantaha, which cannot be finishing by the time and also which cannot be measured by any unit. You cannot measure it with the Praman. Actually, Param Pramanataha means you cannot measure by any units. Lord is like that. Lord is infinite and you cannot measure him by any units, and also you cannot, he doesn't have any ending by the time. And Lord is like that. And Vibhoha Sukham, and pleasure from him is also like that only. What are pleasure coming from him is also like that. Just 2 minutes. Tena santad alpa pramanatva pramanacha. So, but the material pleasure is what? Material pleasure is having the ending, and also it is alpa pramanam, means it can be easily measured, means it is having the limited. It is limited actually. The ending also, material pleasure is having ending, and also it is limited. Vishaya sukha is like that. But ananta para sukha coming from the ananta para, that is like him only. What he is not having the ending, the pleasure coming from him is also not having any ending, and also it is unlimited actually. You cannot measure Lord with any units. Similarly, the pleasure coming from the Lord also cannot be measured by any units. It's infinite. So that's why intelligent people will accept the sukha from the glories of the Lord, and they will leave the karma, which give the limited pleasure. And that's why, my dear, you should now describe glories of Hari, because he is Anantapara. So just to another 2 lines, huh? Just I need another 3-4 minutes. I'm not going to ending of this sloka, but one explanation I will finish. So tatascha vichakshana janasya bhaktau pravritti malokya. That means intelligent people will, Narada's argument is that what? Intelligent people will accept. If you describe exclusively bhakti, it's not that everyone will only looking for the dharma, material pleasure. But intelligent people also there in the society. If you exclusively define, and they will accept, because that is very, very far superior than the material pleasure. By hearing this, their intelligence will function, and they will accept, and they will practice bhakti bhai. And but if you have only Mahabharata, everyone has to follow dharma, then there's a great danger is there. So yadyadachariti shrestha tattadeve taro jana iti nyayena avikchakshanopi tatraiva pravartate. So if intelligent person is following the bhakti by hearing this exclusive definition of the bhakti in the Bhagavatam, then what is the loka dharma? Yadyadachariti shrestha tattadeve taro janaha. So whatever the top person, shrestha Vyakti, do, others also will follow. If intelligent person is following bhakti, then the foolish people, unintelligent people also will follow him, and they will also do bhakti then. So that's why, my dear Vasudev, please explain the glories of the Hari exclusively by condemning the dharma. Gunaihi pravartamanasya tatah eva anatmanah buddhi viveka shunyasya janasya bandha vimuktaye cheshtitam leelam darshaya. What? Gunaihi pravartamanasya tatah eva anatmanah. So in the sloka, you can see in this sloka, Gunaihi pravartamanasya, because people are in the conditioned state. They are in the influence of the modes. And that's why they are not understanding themselves as body, Atma. That's a Viveka Shunya. Because they are in the influence of modes, they are unintelligent. They don't have any viveka. And such a people also, if they hear these glories of the Hari, they will be released from all the entanglements. So that's how you do this. If they follow the intelligent people and they also start doing the bhakti unintelligent people, then they will also relieved from this, from the entanglement of the karma. Hey Vibho! In the sloka, what he is saying, hey Vibho, Tatra Samardha, you can also do, you can do this. That means, hey Vibho, Narada is addressing him, hey Vibho. Yes, you can do. Like that he is saying. So from this you can understand, by the word you can do, you are enough, you can do. Tatra Samardha means you can do. You are fit for that. Why he is saying, from this what bhava you can get? ए भाई आपका despondency अभी जो है, so you also sarvatah, asau api sarvatah nivritya. So that means even Vyasdev also leave all the other things like karma, gnana. That means worshipping the karma, worshipping the gnana, and so glorifying the karma, gnana. You leave all these. Shuddha bhaktyam krutva, shuddha bhakti, pure bhakti. Krutva tadiyam sukham labatam. You also get that pleasure of the bhakti. Then your despondency will go out. That is a bhava, you should understand. Understanding? Okay. So this is so nicely explaining Narada Muni. Jugupsitam he vibho, these are all words having the lot of, that means weight, the expressions. You should understand. Any questions or comments? Yes, Shampriya Mataji.
Pranam Prabhu. Prabhu, last explanation you gave that Narad Muni is telling that, oh, Vyasadev, the intelligent people, so that you glorify the glories of the Lord, you describe the glories of the Lord. So ultimately the intelligent people at least will do bhakti, hearing this, they will hear these glories, and if this intelligent people will do, then foolish people will follow them.
Yes.
And they'll yad yad ashrati sheshtas and all that. And he said. So Prabhu, but as we see that the intelligent people are those who are chanting the holy name of the Lord and doing bhakti. But in the present society, we see that the foolish people, those are unintelligent, they are worshipping the demigods and all that. So are they really following them? But they generally we see that in the present day society, the people follow those people who are influential, having great powers in their hand, and like as we see in Bhagavad Gita that we should follow the Mahajans, but are in the present society people are following the Mahajans, or they are following those who are sitting in the influential positions? So how we can take this?
Intelligent people, so the society will follow all the time intelligent people. So now intelligent people are going to come into the power. So all the society will be under the religion of the pure devotion. Very soon, all the society will be under the religion of pure devotion. That means devotees will be going to rule the whole world. And by seeing their devotion, all the entire other society will be following. This is going to happen actually. Okay. That's Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said now what he is saying. In every village and town, so Krishna's names are glorified. So that means how this is going to happen? By one-to-one preaching is going to happen, because the king will be following the devotion and all other people also will be following him.
That is,
They will naturally accept as a natural activity. Even they don't need to be preached. They will be doing the japa, and they will be doing the harati to the Lord, and they are worshipping the Lord. Everything they do. Maybe in the due course of the time now, this is some transitional period. This is, and you might not be seeing the intelligent people on the position, but that is happening. That will happen actually. Vasudev is saying, Narada Muni is saying, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, and all acharyas also saying.
Prabhu, you said that Varnashram, in the class you said that statement that Varnashram dharma without bhakti is completely bogus.
Yes.
So what is the meaning of that Varnashram dharma without bhakti? Is it existed before also, that Varnashram dharma without bhakti? Because Varnashram dharma is that which is established by the Lord, revision of the society according to guna and karma. So what is the meaning of this Varnashram dharma without bhakti?
If the Varnashrama is led by the Smartas, if Varnashrama is led by the Smartas, they will give the religion from the Smarta Shastras. They will be giving the religion means worshipping the demigods. Then that is going to destroy the society. Then that's the completely is purposeless society, goalless society. Society should be under the control of the religion of pure devotion. That means all the principles, everyone should worship Krishna. So that kind of society is most of the time that is the ruling actually society. Smartas, they ruled the society for the many years, Brahmanas. So they are not devotees and simply prescribing the worshipping of this demigod, that demigod, and completely they are. Now also 90% of society is ruled by them. 99% of society is even so-called religious society, whatever you take. Atheistic society is there now, because now that's why you all read that letters. If you read those letters, how the industrial revolution came and how this destroyed the so-called Hinduism, and how these things are happened, and how the Vaishnava Smartas are proving whatever nonsense based upon Shastra, and how the Vaishnavism is superior. Bhakti Siddhanta encouraged letters on this, and the essays on this, and extensively on his papers, which is very important actually. And Prabhupada also went in the same lines, and he also spoke. And Vaishnava, that kind of Varnashrama society is not needed actually. It's not good actually. That's why he's saying society should be under the control of the religion based on the pure devotion. Okay.
What is the meaning? What is the line that you're saying that it's based on the religion of pure devotion? Why we are not saying that it is based on pure devotion?
Religion should be given by the principles of the pure devotion. Religion means what? So that means dharma. Religion means the purpose of doing the activities. Dharma, artha, kama, whatever, that are leading to the pure devotion. That means you do the karma, so for becoming the pure devotee, for pleasing the Lord. And your goal of the life is, so that means all the activities, all the practices in your life is nothing but the religion actually. Those are under the principles of the pure devotion. You're understanding this point?
That means religion of pure devotion means dharma based on the principles of pure devotion.
Yes. So that means the purpose of the doing dharma is to attaining of the pure devotion. That's why one will be, they will not do, they do karma and offer the Lord and to get the karma bandhanam, to get out from the karma bandhanam. No. In the now present society is what? You have to, so everything is Brahman. Everything, you might be hearing in the childhood, and many times you might have heard also. सब कुछ क्या है? अंत में सब कुछ वो परमात्मा ब्रह्म में लीन हो जाना है, परमात्मा में मिल जाना है, परमात्मा मिल जाना है, कितना बार सुने हो सकता है, A layman also speak like this. कर्म क्या है? कर्म तो एक दिन नष्ट होने वाला, ये भी सुनते थे आप। इससे कर्म से मुक्त होना है, कर्म से मुक्त होना है। कितना बार सुनते हैं ये? थोड़ा सा जो भी रिलीजियस पीपल है, so who are some religious people, what they speak? ये कर्म बांधते हैं, इससे मुक्त होना है, बोलते हैं या नहीं?
Yes,
This is a very common practice and common so usage of the language. This kind of language is used, but nobody say that I should offer my karma to please the Vasudeva Krishna and I should eternally do the service to him. This religion should be there in even a layman. Layman also should be doing all his activities of the spirit of this. That kind of religion should be there in the entire society. Not that there are only some few people, some in a big city of the 50 lakhs of people. So some 500 people are gathering in one place and doing some 1 or 2 hours of the japa and that devotional programs and going out. No, then that is not the religion actually. The entire 50 lakhs of people has to accept this principle. That will happen when the king is doing, his ruler is doing. You're understanding?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Yes.
That is the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission actually. Because it's a Swarna Yuga. It's very auspicious. That's Govinda Dasi Mataji in that broadcast with Nam Rasa Prabhu. She's mentioning so many interesting points actually.
Where she is mentioning, Prabhu?
In podcast.
Okay.
Late morning program. Nam Rasa podcast like that. Very
We
nice
can
actually.
share it. We can share
Yeah.
with somebody who wants.
Yeah, I will share that.
She is 72 years old
Yeah.
and she is living alone in farm. His mother has given her 186 acres farm in near Texas. She is living all alone. She wants to build up like this farm community.
Yeah, but then of course they don't have proper support
Yeah.
but they understood Prabhupada's desire. So encouragement and support is not there. What they do, those old people. Young people has to take up now.
We are also old only.
Yeah, of course. Some mothers are old. No problem.
Could you
Any
please share?
questions?
Could you please share the link of that podcast?
Yes. Because they are very associated very closely with the Prabhupada. Very closely means from the day one they are there. And assisting Prabhupada in many ways. Any other questions? Okay, if not, then thank you very much. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhyo cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta koti